In the midst of chaos, there is also opportunity. This profound insight from the ancient strategist Sun Tzu resonates deeply with the Stoic philosophy we are about to explore. Imagine standing unflinchingly as the world whirls around you, finding your calm center, your unshakable core. This is the power of Stoicism, and it is the journey we now embark upon together. Today, we delve into the art of silence, a trait often overlooked, yet immense in its power. This is not the mere absence of noise, but the presence of a profound inner peace, a strength that speaks volumes without uttering a single word. In our loud, relentless world, mastering this art can be your greatest asset, transforming chaos into clarity and noise into meaning. We will uncover how the Stoics harnessed silence not as a void, but as a strategic tool, a path to wisdom and resilience. So, if you feel overwhelmed by the cacophony of life, if you seek a haven of tranquility, or if you are simply curious how less can truly be more, you have found the right place. Let us unravel these Stoic secrets together, discovering how silence can elevate your life, offering peace amidst turmoil and clarity amidst confusion. If you are ready to transform your perspective with this timeless wisdom, I invite you to subscribe and join me in embracing the Stoic way, finding strength in stillness and power in the pause. 1. Silence creates confusion. Silence holds a unique power to unsettle those around us, especially when they are attempting to anticipate our next move. Imagine a tense negotiation or a heated debate. Instead of offering a swift or defensive reply, you choose silence. This is not passivity. It is a strategic choice, deeply rooted in Stoic philosophy. The Stoics, after all, were masters of control, not only of their actions, but of their reactions. When you remain silent, the other person is left to wonder, to guess, to doubt. They are thrown off their rhythm, left in the dark to decipher your thoughts and intentions. That uncertainty is a potent tool. In this way, silence can be louder, more impactful than words could ever be. But the true elegance of this approach lies in what happens next. While they are lost in a sea of confusion, you are not idle. You are observing, analyzing, planning your next move with a clear mind. You are in control. This strategic quietude grants you the space to think, to breathe, and to approach the situation with a calm clarity that can only come from within. This is more than gaining an advantage. It is about embodying the Stoic virtues of wisdom and temperance. It is the understanding that sometimes the most powerful response is no response at all. And in that silence, you not only confound your counterpart, you also give yourself the opportunity to truly listen to what is being said, and more importantly, to what is left unsaid. The next time you face a challenge, remember the power of silence. Let it be your shield and your strategy. Let it reflect the Stoic within, unfazed by external pressure, anchored by internal strength. 2. Eliminate distractions. In our constantly connected world, distractions are more than mere nuisances. They are barriers to inner peace and clarity. They shatter our attention, scatter our focus, and keep us from the profound wisdom that Stoicism offers. But here, the beauty of Stoic philosophy shines. It teaches us not just to endure our surroundings, but to proactively transform them, beginning with the landscape of our own minds. When we clear away the clutter, the incessant pings, the endless streams of information, what remains? We are left with space. Space to think, to reflect, to delve into the teachings of thinkers like Marcus Aurelius or Epictetus, who understood the immense value of solitude and contemplation. This process begins with intentionality. It is about making conscious choices to filter what demands our attention. This might mean setting specific times for digital correspondence, curating a serene workspace, or simply embracing moments of pure stillness throughout the day. The goal is not to shun the modern world, but to navigate it with purpose and discernment as a Stoic would. Yet, this extends beyond external noise. Eliminating distractions is also about silencing the inner chatter, the doubts, fears, and endless anxieties that cloud our judgment. Stoicism offers tools for this as well, urging us to focus on what is within our control and release what is not. In this inner tranquility, free from distraction, true wisdom flourishes. And when we minimize distractions, we become more present, more attentive, more deeply engaged with the world, enriching our relationships, our work, and our creativity. This presence is a gift that allows us to live richer, more meaningful lives. 3. Silence attracts attention. Have you ever noticed how a pause in a conversation makes everyone listen more intently? It is like the space between notes in a symphony that allows the music to resonate. This is the power of silence, a concept the Stoics held in high regard, for it embodies the virtues of restraint and conscious action. When we choose silence, especially in moments where a flood of words is expected, we create a presence that is both intriguing and commanding. In a heated debate or a bustling meeting, the one who chooses not to speak but to listen intently, their silence speaks volumes. It creates a magnetic pull, drawing the attention and curiosity of others. This subtle mystery can grant you a unique form of influence in any interaction. Stoicism teaches us to value quality over quantity, substance over superficiality. By applying this to our communication, we understand that our words should be meaningful, chosen with care. Thus, when we do speak, our words carry greater impact, for they emerge from a place of thoughtful consideration, not impulsive reaction. Moreover, silence invites others to project their own thoughts and feelings into the space you provide, creating an opportunity for deeper understanding. It allows them to express themselves fully, and in doing so, we gain invaluable insight into their perspectives. This is not about being a passive observer. On the contrary, it is an active, deliberate choice. It is the discernment to know when to speak and when to let silence do the talking, a core Stoic virtue reflecting a deep understanding of the rhythm of human interaction. 4. Silence builds strength. In a world that often equates noise with productivity, embracing silence can seem counterintuitive. Yet, it is in the quiet moments that we find the true reservoirs of our strength, a concept deeply embedded in Stoic philosophy. Silence is a sanctuary where the mind can rest and grow stronger, free from the diluting influence of incessant noise. Think of silence as a form of mental training. Just as a bodybuilder lifts weights to strengthen muscle, a Stoic uses silence to fortify the mind. In this quietude, we practice resilience. We learn to sit with ourselves, to confront our inner turmoil without flinching, and to emerge more centered and grounded. It is here we build the mental fortitude to face whatever life may bring. Furthermore, silence fosters clarity. It allows us to sift through our priorities, to distinguish the essential from the trivial. This clarity is a form of strength, providing the insight to act not from impulse, but with purpose. Our decisions become more deliberate, our actions more meaningful. Silence is an active engagement with our inner selves. In these silent dialogues, we discover who we are, what truly matters to us, and where our convictions lie. This self-knowledge is a profound form of strength, equipping us to make choices that are right for us, regardless of external pressure. And this strength does not remain contained, it radiates outward. When we are centered and clear, we bring a sense of calm and assurance to our interactions. Our words carry more weight, born from a place of deep reflection. Our very presence becomes more impactful, marked by the serenity and purpose that Stoicism advocates. 5. Freedom from pride. At the heart of Stoicism lies a humbling truth that despite our achievements, we are all part of the same vast tapestry of existence. Realizing this is liberating. It frees us from the shackles of ego, allowing us to engage with others more authentically. To be free from pride is not to devalue ourselves, but to recognize our strengths and our limitations with equal clarity. It is understanding that accomplishments do not make us superior, nor do failures define us. This principle invites us to navigate life with equanimity, letting our actions speak for themselves. In this, we find an inner peace, for our self-worth is no longer tethered to external validation. Humility also opens us to growth. We become better listeners because we are not waiting for our turn to speak and prove our worth. We acknowledge that everyone has something to teach us. In this way, humility is intrinsically linked to the practice of silence. Silence becomes the fertile ground where we can listen, learn, and connect, rather than the empty space we feel compelled to fill with boasts. When we let go of the need to always be right or to appear superior, we create space for more genuine relationships built on attentiveness, thoughtfulness, and mutual respect. 6. Silence in negotiations. In any negotiation, the words we speak are crucial, but of equal importance are the moments we choose to remain silent. The strategic use of silence can create an aura of calm and control, often leading the other party to reveal more than they intended. From a Stoic perspective, this is not about manipulation. It is about harnessing our inner tranquility, giving ourselves time to respond with wisdom rather than reacting with impulse. When we pause, we are not just buying time. We are asserting our control over our own impulses, anchoring ourselves in the present to carefully consider our next move. This pause reflects a respect for the weight and potential impact of words. It signals to our counterparts that we are thoughtful and deliberate, qualities that command respect. This practice aligns perfectly with the Stoic emphasis on listening. By creating silent spaces, we encourage the other party to fill them, granting us insight into their needs, fears, and desires. This understanding is the key to finding mutually beneficial outcomes. Cultivating this skill begins with self-awareness. By understanding our own triggers and habits, we can master the impulse to speak unnecessarily, letting the quiet moments work for us. Whether a pause after a significant statement, a quiet moment to regroup, or a space created for others to fill, silence is one of the most powerful tools in any dialogue. 7. Kind and considerate regard for others. The Stoics believed in the interconnectedness of all people. By showing kindness and consideration, we are not merely acting benevolently. We are honoring this deep, shared humanity. In the Stoic sense, kindness is found in the small, everyday acts of empathy, the moments we choose patience over frustration, understanding over judgment. It is about considering the impact of our words before they are spoken. Here again, silence is our ally. A moment of silence before we respond can be the difference between a thoughtless reaction and a considerate reply. It is the space in which kindness is cultivated. Consideration goes a step further. It is the active effort to understand another's perspective, their struggles, their aspirations. When we interact from this place of genuine consideration, we foster mutual respect and trust. Stoicism teaches that our own well-being is intrinsically linked to our actions towards others. By choosing kindness, we promote harmony both within and around us. This considerate approach can have a ripple effect, inspiring others to act similarly. It begins with mindfulness, pausing before we act, choosing responses that reflect the Stoic virtues of wisdom, justice, courage, and moderation. 8. The art of deep listening. In a world where everyone is vying for the last word, to truly listen is a rare skill. yet it aligns perfectly with the Stoic pursuit of wisdom and empathy. Deep listening is more than hearing words. It is engaging with the essence of a message, the emotions and intentions behind it. It is listening not to reply, but to understand. When we listen deeply, we offer others the respect they deserve, acknowledging their inherent value. This is an act of Stoic compassion. But the benefits are also our own. By truly listening, we open ourselves to new insights. We become better learners, better problem solvers, better people. Cultivating this art begins with intention. Approach each conversation with a genuine curiosity. Practice presence. Giving someone your full, undivided attention is a powerful gift. It means putting aside distractions and engaging with your entire being. Deep listening requires the Stoic virtues of patience and self-control, helping us resist the urge to interrupt or judge. It is about holding space for another's words, allowing them to fully express themselves. And finally, it involves reflection. After listening, take a moment to consider what you have heard. This not only deepens your understanding, but allows you to respond with the thoughtfulness and care that embody the Stoic ideal. 9. The art of reflective wisdom. This practice is not about accumulating knowledge, but about cultivating a deep, thoughtful understanding of our experiences, our values, and the world. Reflective wisdom is a cornerstone of Stoicism, enabling us to live with intention, and it is born in silence. Reflection demands that we pause, turn inward, and examine our thoughts, actions, and reactions without the noise of the outside world. Silence is the canvas upon which self-examination is painted. Without it, we are left only with reaction, not reflection. The Stoics practiced this through journaling, as Marcus Aurelius did in his Meditations, a quiet conversation with the self to find clarity and direction. In these moments of stillness, we can process events not for what they appeared to be, but for what they truly are. We can align our actions with our deepest principles and learn from our mistakes. This practice transforms experience into wisdom. By regularly embracing silence for reflection, we are not simply avoiding the world's chaos. We are building an inner citadel of understanding and peace. It is here, in the quiet depths of our own minds, that we find the strength to live a virtuous, meaningful, and truly resilient life. This path is not always an easy one. It demands honesty, vulnerability, and the courage to face uncomfortable truths. Yet this process is vital. It is through this introspection that we begin to understand our motivations, identify our biases, and clarify our values. In essence, it is how we come to know ourselves more deeply. But this journey toward wisdom is not a solitary one. Stoicism reminds us that our lives are woven into the fabric of community and the world at large. Therefore, our reflection must extend beyond ourselves to consider our relationships, our role in society, and our impact on the world. We must ask, do our actions align with the greater good? Are we contributing to harmony or to discord? This expansive perspective ensures our wisdom is never merely self-serving, but is instead dedicated to a higher, communal purpose. And this wisdom is far from theoretical. Its value is found in its application. It is an immensely practical tool that informs our choices, guides our actions, and shapes our interactions. When we act from a place of reflective wisdom, our decisions become more thoughtful, our actions more deliberate, and our words more measured. We become more resilient in the face of adversity, more composed under pressure, and more adaptable to change. These are the marks of a Stoic, one who navigates life's currents with grace and equanimity. So, how do we cultivate this profound wisdom? It begins by creating intentional space for regular reflection. This might take the form of a daily review of your actions and decisions, the quiet practice of journaling, or engaging in thoughtful discussion with trusted companions. It is about asking difficult questions and remaining open to where the answers might lead. It is about learning from the past, being fully present in the now, and mindfully considering the future. This practice is fortified by embracing the mindset of a lifelong learner. Life itself is our greatest teacher, and every experience, whether joyful, painful, or mundane, holds a lesson. By adopting a posture of curiosity and openness, we can extract valuable insights from every aspect of our lives, constantly growing in understanding and wisdom. This brings us to one of the cornerstones of Stoic practice: resilience in the face of adversity. True resilience is not about avoiding pain or denying our struggles. Instead, it is about confronting adversity head-on, learning from it, and emerging stronger and wiser on the other side. Stoicism teaches a fundamental truth. While we cannot control external events, we can always control our response to them. And it is this response, rooted in clarity, reason, and virtue, that forges true resilience. The cultivation of this strength begins with acceptance. Stoicism encourages us to embrace reality as it is, not as we wish it to be. This means acknowledging our adversities without judgment or self-pity. When we face our challenges with acceptance, we conserve our energy for what truly matters: our response and our growth. From acceptance, we then draw upon the power of perspective. The Stoics understood that our judgments about events often cause more distress than the events themselves. By adopting a broader view, we can see our struggles as part of a larger narrative, one that includes growth, learning, and the potential for transformation. This perspective does not diminish our pain, but it places it within a context that fosters resilience. This resilience, however, is not built in a vacuum. It is fortified within a community. While Stoicism emphasizes inner strength, it also recognizes our interdependence. We grow and overcome not in isolation, but in the company of others. Sharing our struggles, offering support, and receiving wisdom from those who have walked similar paths. These connections fortify our spirit, reminding us that we are not alone. Moreover, resilience is nurtured through practice. Just as a muscle strengthens with use, our capacity for resilience grows each time we face and navigate a challenge. Every adversity becomes an opportunity to live our Stoic principles, to act with courage, to maintain our composure, and to choose a response aligned with our deepest values. Ultimately, resilience is the art of finding our inner strength to face life's inevitable challenges. It is the practice of turning adversity into a catalyst for growth, transformation, and a deeper understanding of our virtues. Most importantly, it is about moving forward, armed with the wisdom and fortitude earned through experience. As we conclude this reflection on Stoic philosophy, remember that the strength you seek is already within you, waiting to be harnessed through the power of reflection, resilience, and profound wisdom. Thank you for walking this path of discovery and growth with me. You are not simply an audience. You are an essential part of a community, united in our shared quest for understanding and virtue. Do not let your exploration end here. Continue your journey into the heart of Stoicism with one of the reflections suggested on your screen, and let us deepen our knowledge and fortify our spirits together. For in this shared pursuit, we are not just learning, we are transforming.